What's up, folks? Welcome to Wasted Space. Welcome back to the Rim. Could this be the day we finally get out of here? I don't think so. We got too many Cryo sleep caskets to make, but it is the day that I can go back to finishing and fixing some of the things I got wrong at the end of last episode. Like the bit of that wall that's missing, and like the fact that Hodor's not researching because I turned it off. This is a reasonably good reason for Hodor to not be researching and not using my second table, so we can sort that out immediately. There are a few other things that people suggested in the comments, although the comments are getting less suggestion-y these days. I guess that's a byproduct. Oh yes, I can't mind that. I've got to deconstruct it. What am I doing? Thinking is we can expand this fridge a bit, just give ourselves a tiny bit more room. Not a big deal, but hey, why not? Speed things up a little bit. So, people were talking about these heaters being obviously quite a negative impact to beauty, so I kind of agree with that. I've noticed with this tool, it's no longer very impressive in there. It is in there, that's luxurious, spacious, very beautiful. This is very luxurious, extremely spacious, but it's only impressive, so I think that's a byproduct of us moving these heaters in here. So what I'm going to do is find somewhere else to put them. Like, what? An eclipse, that's fine. Slightly paranoid about the old toxic fallouts. And I'm also going to, just for the sake of having a bit of coverage, whack a turret down here with, of course, a little bit of that so that we can deconnect it, reconnect it nice and easily. Yes, our animals are always starving. Thinking being, that should... Also, you guys complaining about me setting this to 15 degrees, 16 degrees. I'm from the UK, goddammit. That's warm. It would be good times if it was always that warm. But it does mean that, yeah, we can now hopefully deconstruct these two, which will raise the beauty in that area. For some reason, this one's not so bad. I don't know what else is in here. Maybe it's just the lights. Let's have a look, see how that's done. Still just impressive. Need statues in there, maybe. Something else to make it... Hey, we have... Only good. Item number 3. This work bears a representation of Roland Tim Kleist gambolling in bed with... Okay. In an unrealistically large bed, Tim is a near mirror image of sugar. A pig in the upper part. Fire. What's blown up? This is because we got bits of wire outside, isn't it? Addy. Behind you, bro. You might want to be putting that out. Just saying. Who needs treatment? Cass is on fire! Oh, we should be able to reconnect that before I forget. Deadweight is coming down to help. Cass, is your fire going out? No. No, your fire is not going out. Addy, go here. Actually, Deadweight, you can do it. Thank you. Addy, you can go back to bed. That's all covered. So what was that blew up? It's just a bit of conduit, but which bit of conduit? All sorts of stuff. Enough of the conduit that it's going to break our connection there. Oh no, I can't do it like that. What have I done with the power down here? Thinking about it, this should be around the edges. That should be deconstructed and just like out in the open somewhere. And then, is there anything else weird in there? Kind of this bit. Like, I don't really understand why I'd do that. I guess these rooms were changed around in how they looked quite a bit. Do I need to whack the backup batteries on? Sure, let's do that. Now, technically, someone should go and do that immediately. Deadweight, good man. Keep us covered. All the hydroponics basins are breaking down. Right, up here, let's get a bit more floor. Marble tile. Yeah, it might as well be because it's already all marble in there. That's that weird stockpile zone that we might as well delete at this point because we're not using it. And let's just increase this one to fill up the rest of the area. Better. So yeah, this is not beautiful enough apparently. That surprises me. But that's fine. We can whack this weird-ass statue down there somewhere. Let's continue surrounding the wedding spot with statues and the like. We got any more going? I think I need... Yeah, I only put one down there. Hunter-lax weapon. This is still going to be deadweight, isn't it? Yep. Did we make deadweight a weapon. I thought we queued that up already. But I am not sitting. We may well have queued it up and then immediately melted it down for slag as well. Let's suspend that from no, from slag. Yep, not from weapon. Make mace. Yeah, they did do a mace. Just where it ended up is another question. Probably got built and then immediately taken apart again. It's exactly what I intended. It's fine. Now, there is also the possibility that what I've screwed up in here is the floors. So I might, once we get this research done, move up. Do carpets next? Carpet out in there? Because I know those are high beauty. As high as the floors are. Smooth floors are, but without the problem. Should have sold that boomalope last time as well. Plenty of people pointing that out to me too. There's not really a huge amount left to do with this base, I don't think. We really need to sort of recharge everything back up again, but there's an eclipse, so we're not going to be doing that for a bit. I could put the geothermal out there. I mean, what does it take to build a geothermal? It's just steel and components, isn't it? Which we have tons of. Sure, let's have another geothermal. That'll ensure we have no power problems at the very least. No, let's not run that way. Let's go and check what cargo pods are going to give us. Rhino hide, not so important. Quite a lot of it, but not really very important. And the power for this, could always hook it up to the backups. I'm going to hook it down there. And we can't go through this edge. No, I can't do it there. I'm going to have to do it the long way around because that's the only way we can get down there near it. So from up here, we can't get through that wall there. So I'm going to need to go to the edge here. Along, down, and across. And then I can actually sandstone wall that in if need be. Give it a roof like the other ones, but yeah, let's do that too. So this doesn't have to be pretty, just needs to be done. This is purely to keep stuff under cover, and then zone area, expand no roof, clear no roof perhaps. That's clear no roof, and expand no roof just into that corner there. And that should mean that the heat's not a problem, but it's all protected from storms and the like, and probably do with a door. Cool. So now we're just waiting on cryosleep caskets. That's our power out, so that's all of our food's about to die, because that's as much as our backup batteries could handle. That's probably telling me that I should do something about the backup batteries. So, go on then. That's where our power links up, so we can easily fit a bunch more along there. A weaver. Trunk on the Mesa. Where are you, Kieran? And where did those visitors go? Oh, they're actually in the base, running around. Trade with Low. Buy my boomalope off me. You want to buy a boomalope? They don't want to buy a boomalope. You've got nothing I want. You haven't even got any money. Go away. You maybe wake Kieran up for that? Disturb Radish? Here's Rhino, the Weaver. So what else can I do in here, I wonder, to improve the beauty other than more statues? Not entirely sure there is anything else I can do in there. Is any of this stuff like really bad? Poor. Okay. Shoddy, normals. Alright, let's start getting rid of the really bad quality ones then. Because there are a fair few of them. Normal, 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 good, superior. Woo! Ship cryosleep caskets. Right, as I said, I'm going to do carpet making next, but more importantly, that means it's time for this to continue. How many cryosleep caskets can we fit? Because they've got to attach in a certain way. They've got to be actually attached to the ship by that side onto a structural beam, and they've got to have that spot free for someone to get in and out. It's just designed to wind me up, isn't it? That's what it is. It's designed to wind me up because I know deep down it's not even a little bit symmetrical. And I can't put that one there. My word. Fine. That should give us plenty of room. That should give us plenty of room. We've got 6 so far. We're going to need a lot of these. I can't even place these until the structural beams are done. So, yeah, get on with it, guys. Animals are still starving. Interestingly, we've almost run out of... Another boomalope has self-tamed. Stop self-taming boomalopes at me, Cass. It's almost more scary than the usual. Where's our boomalope? I'm almost tempted to let them just wander around outside and potentially get killed somewhere away from the base. Whatever. At least that way I don't have to feed them. Get out of here, boomalopes. You go wander wherever you see fit. Although that does involve them wandering in and out of the freezer and the like. You know what? I take that back. Ooh, we never sorted out chef. Mistakes were made. So let's copy you, paste you, allowed area, assign you to worker. That was a bit silly. I did this stuff, but never did the other bits. And the reason, by the way, I'm not renaming Chef, same reason I haven't renamed Sugar, is because I know we're so close to the kind of the end of this series, and or season. And what I don't want to do is like introduce you guys into the game where you get to last for an entire one episode, and then we leave, and we're like, yeah, bye. It would not be a particularly good experience, I don't think. So we're going to leave that as it is. Cool. Another geothermal. We're going to let these batteries down there charge. Everything's fine in that front, but I do feel like maybe we should get down here and mark up some more mining, because there's still plenty of stuff in there. Butchered that pretty hard. I guess we'll continue to butcher more stuff pretty hard. Nope, don't do that. That's just OCD. Leave it alone. No, must cut off the edges and make everything square. Not important. Nor is it a matter that that one's too close. I'm going to ignore that too. I am a changed man. It's all lies. It's bugging me deep, deep down, but whatever. Should I? Yeah. Having said that, I then immediately go, should I? Okay, yeah, let's do that. It's terrible. Tons of sandstone. We're not running low on anything, really, are we? Not so much. So what's Cass going to get up to this time? Try and stop us from getting out of here. She's clearly got something up her sleeve, so what's it going to be, Mum? This is all going well, although, yeah, lots of resources needed. Thinking about it, we have technically built all of the things that required plasteel from this. So, that does mean that in the interim, we've got like 1290 plasteel. This uses 135 and 18 components. Components 42. Okay, that's a bit low. This is... You know what? Let's be making those a little bit more regularly. Just thinking some power armor would be pretty nice. Let's make another set. Keep kidding. Oh, there it is. There it is. Deadweight, you'll be pleased to know, sir. We finally have a weapon for you. I don't know why I drafted him for that. I didn't need to, but... The animal starvation... Iguanas again. Now, did the iguanas allowed area actually let them to get at this food as well? Expand, iguana. No, it didn't. So the iguanas are literally going to starve because they have nothing to eat without corpses. Well, that was a downside of becoming friendly with everyone. Is the iguanas don't have a food supply anymore. Wow, look at them go. Hungry iguanas. Iguana 7 is standing... Oh, he has just eaten. Okay. Okay. Right, what's going on with the power situation? Eclipse has ended. We need to charge these batteries back up. Do we have enough power to charge these batteries back up? No, because we haven't built the connecting power cable to this yet. Fine. To be fair, there is plenty of activity going on. Things are being done. Nicola's making power armor, statue crafting going on. Hodor's researching. Look at him go. Little fella, how's this room now looking? It's still only impressive. I think that's because I did the floor and because it's slightly dirty in there at the moment. Sure. I won't say no to just a random chunk of components for free, right when we kind of need components. Did we encounter... We've already done all those bits. They haven't got onto this yet. Okay. I think a lot of people are busy doing the whole building thing. Expand home area. Let's make sure that this is all home area as well. Yeah, that should mean that people get down there and clean it up is the main reasoning behind that, and therefore it won't be quite so ugly. Now, I do actually want to take another layer off this and replace a bit of it with wool, because they're more inclined to break, sappers will be more inclined to break through stone like this than they will be to try and go through a wall. Is that another bit of power there that we can't build? I wonder how long, I haven't tried to build anything there in ages, I wonder how long that's been sitting there. Oh, and it's never ever going to be connected. Does that bother me? A bit. We've used up almost all of our metal in one smooth, like, smash there. Right, follow this on with wool. Oh, spring's begun, so we start getting our outside food supply back. Nice. That's good stuff. Lots of snowmen all over the place. That's also kind of fun. How does... Factions are all still real happy with me. That's cool. How do these graphs look? Whew. That must have been the infestation, because that's quite a plunge. From like 90+% down to 40%, literally in a day. They did not much like that. Go on, folks. Get to it. There's only so much more I can do for you. I just need you to build my things. I could, I suppose, go and mark up more of the cryo sleeps. So, I need tons of these. These are the ones that need to go that way around. No, that's a side where I'm only going to be able to get a couple of the things. It's alright, that won't bug me in the slightest. Ah. So that'll bring us up to 15. Build complete, make power armor. How did it come out? Good 92%, poor 50. Why? Let's go to assign and give someone else some power armor. You know what, Deadweight? I'm sorry, bro. We've been forcing you to have no weapon for ages. Go grab yourself a bit of power armor. And carpet making is done. We just go through and unnecessarily research everything. Is there anything else here I want? No, there's not. We're not going to research anymore because it's going to keep our guys focused on doing other things, with the exception of... In fact, Hodor doesn't do any other things, does he? So let's research something random for Hodor to keep him busy. You go, coloured lights, Hodor. We'll have some of them. And then at the same time, let's... Oh, I copied Hodor's onto Chef. That was really not what I intended to do. That's a bit more like it. And at the same time, what was I about to do? I was going to remove Addy from research. You guys, we're done with research now. Just Hodor gets on with that. This Boomalope up here. Get down to the cow section. Nice, that's a bit better. Let's also... Everything's just breaking down. It's just chowing through all my components, basically. Small sculpture? I don't know what one of those is. Small sculpture done. Is it the same shape as the one we've already got? I spy... nothing. Where is it hiding? Ooh, has it gone into the overflow? Yes, it's gone into the overflow. Superior. Title, family. Work represents a weaver eating a pumpkin. What happened to the really good ones? We were getting really good ones for a while. Anyway, at least that matches. You know what? This is a really bad place to put them, isn't it? Let's put them up here where I had the heaters before, so they're out of the way. Kind of just crowding out the middle of the room. I was going to do more with these seats as well, wasn't I? What are you? You're good. We can have a good. Alright, reinstall you actually up there. Visitors from Unclestown, not a trade caravan, so probably not going to buy my boomalope, but we will give it a try. Buy my boomalope. You know you want to. They're the best pet. They don't shed on the furniture or anything, mostly because there's no furniture left. Wonderful. Where are you going? Are they going to go all round the top and then in that way? Looks like the answer is probably yes to that. No, they're just going to go and chill out there. All right. Keep having to wake Kieran up. Thankfully, Kieran is a happy fella. No, they won't buy my boomalope. They will only buy stuff that I now want to keep. Components, you don't have any of those. Those are mine. I buy 2 meds, but that seems unnecessary. Nope, go away. Same as before. Okay, so we got that one marked for reinstalling already. What's this one like? Good, poor. Good, poor. That's a table. This one can also come down here then. I would say for now that should be enough, unless this one over here. No, that's one of the shoddies. Cool. That's all hooked up. Area revealed. I doubt it's much of an area, but sure. Powering through the mining. Materials-wise, we're down to 94 steel. So, mining it is. It's because these crypto sleep. I don't know why they're crypto sleep, but crypto sleep caskets are quite expensive when you're building enough for your entire colony to get to space. But that's fine. We can continue to just... Components that I missed. Yeah, we'll just continue to chop this mountain into pieces. And the reason you do it this way is because it's very good for exploring. You don't need to mine these 2 bits, but you'll still get to see what's in those blocks. So that way you can sort of cut these nice long chunks and very quickly work out whether there's anything you want in there. Like that, for example. Hence why I am turning everything into this sort of shape. A reason, not a great reason. Yeah, we're going to need so much more steel for this. I totally underestimated that. And where do we put this? On the front? Does that give us enough? That gives us 20. That's still not enough. No, well, this thing's just going to have massive wings, apparently. I don't know how many colonists we have. Let's have us a look-see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 of these blooming things. Struck compacted machinery, so that's this bit down here. It looks like it's only a single chunk as well. That's a bit dull. How's base temperatures looking? Because we have gone round to warmer weathers outside, so this should all be pretty much equalised at 16, 17. Yeah, that looks good. Food supplies are lower than they were, but still not looking too bad. Can I temporarily forbid you guys from using this meat so that you'll use the bloomin' eggs? Look, stop finding other things to use. Yes, that's right, eggs. Before they bloomin' hatch. Well, how come the eggs are capable of hatching in the freezer anyway? There's more eggs here, look. Oh, they've only just been brought up, at least. So the eggs are supposed to be our ongoing, continually renewing meat supply, but they're just not getting used. These spoils in 1 day, spoils in 1 day. I wish there was some way of reducing the amount they'd put in the stacks, because I've got so many stacks because they were fighting over trying to get at the stacks at times. Let's, where is it? Delete zone. I'm going to delete one of those squares because these are going off. Cool, so that's used all the eggs. What does milk count as? I wonder. Because we've got loads of it. What is it? What is milk in this game? Because it's not a vegetable and it's not a meat. But those are the only criteria that Rimworld has. Vegetable or meat. Is there any... I guess I can look at the cooking builds to see which one it comes under, but... Milk's not... I suppose technically it's vegetarian. Fair enough. So they're not going to make any more lavish meals until I give them some meat supplies. Our iguana situation, I guess you need just a massively huge number of these things in order to actually produce enough for this sort of thing to work. Even though we've got as many as we have, that's still not enough. Which is fine. That just means I let them at Speleopede meat. Mad animal. Local mega scarab. Who else is there? Addy's there as well. Nice. Addy with the charge rifle. And Eldred, you can get... Oh, they're going for Eldred. Why? That's weird. I should have checked that first. Zero, you can get up there too. Slowly. Move it, Eldred. And bang. Oh, come on, guys. He's going to catch up in a second. What? Really? Really? You just shot his leg off. Oh my god. Thank you, Max. How's your health looking? Not great. Max, fine. Rescue Addy. We got something I really got to pay attention to as well. We have a lot of work to do as far as like getting people body parts back. After all of that last episode with people in massive groups doing weird things, there is where the shot to the back of the head happens. Those dice that are being rolled that you can't see, they are a bit trolley at times. You gonna be alright, Ash? Max is taking him back. I think he's gonna be alright. The only problem is lack of thing to do. Oh, we do have more eggs. So the egg supply does come round relatively quickly. The key is to just not have much. Oh, solar flare, that's going to kill all the food off. Addy, how you doing? Yeah, kind of missing that leg there, aren't you? And we kind of don't have anything to put there. Missing a right leg. Fine, peg leg for Addy at the moment. That's a bit of a harsh one. Intense radiation is always a thing. Base looks weird when it's all black like that. Now what we do need, was I building power armor or a power armor? We need a power armor helmet. Details, min crafting skill, like really high, please. Obviously you use what you want and you only do it once. Flares over. Cool. That backup batteries, main batteries. It's going up. I just need a few more days and then I can turn these off. I just want them full before I do so. More breaking down of stuff. The usual. So far, this episode, the biggest danger we have faced is ourselves. It's probably about normal. Poor mood, someone was pissed off. I don't know who it is, but someone was angry. Yeah, you want something to do? Go replant all the blooming plants that just died because of the solar flare. Why does that wire look so blooming odd? Like, I don't think it's supposed to be showing through the ground like that. Showing through the basin like that. Yeah, it's not doing so over here. Is that another bit of wire that never got finished? Onwards we go. Breakdown with turrets. It's mostly just about this mining now. Steel. Get it in. I'm watching this egg counter up here, and that actually comes round reasonably quickly. That whole process is starting to work. As long as we don't have massive supplies of other meat available for them. So sort of as we run out of eggs in storage, I'm going to kind of allow a single pile at a time. In before I forget this. Screw it up somehow. Find steel for us, lads. Steel. We need steel. These are probably not great mountains to be going through because they're quite thin. But I'm loath to go too far from the base, as I've mentioned. Even though the base is massive, you go too far away, you can very quickly get yourself in trouble. Maybe this is better than this, though, because this is literally right where they could be spawning. Everything just breaking down. Yep, let's give this a go. So, what is inside this place? Something useful, one hopes. Some steel, one hopes. Otherwise, we're going to end up having to buy it. I don't have to buy steel. Are we still smelting from slag? That's worth checking. I think we are. Yeah, we're still smelting from slag. I might need to drag some slag in. Although, slag tends to come from blowing up and losing turrets and so on, and that's not really been happening ever since we got enough in here and I built the plasteel ones. Oh well, so be it. Those guys are just finding components. There's some steel. It's a long way away from the base, but there's some steel. Anything else kicking around? Like the corner of the area, the map that we never really went to, other than to hunt and grab a little bit of components from that little spot there. Manhunters. What sort of manhunters? Manhunting elephants. Oh, thankfully they're manhunters. So, not interested in attacking Howler. Right. So first things first. Everybody on the raid wargs, and let's just check how far away people are. Let's do animals as well before I forget. Onto the raid, folks. Is anyone like miles outside of base in a place that might be really dangerous because they can't get back in time? Doesn't look like it. Looks like we've kind of got away with that. It's these guys here who, in theory, should just turn around at this point. Especially if I do this. That'll force them to pick up new orders, essentially. And in this case, the orders will be, get the hell inside, folks. Do I need to shut anything, or are we just going to do what we did with the elephants last time and lure them into the death zone with a couple of people? I think that's the answer. Did kind of go quite well last time, even though I felt pretty cheesy for doing so. Who's going to be the man? Gravelfoot with the missing shoulder? I don't think so. Deadweight with the bionic arm? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Deadweight with the bionic arm, and we had like a pretty much bionic person, didn't we? That was like, well, Iron Shoulder, Tim, but I think it's Radish that's the bionic person. Right eye, left eye, Nicola, both. What gun have you got? What's your shooting skill like? Terrible. Of course it is. Of course it is. Everyone's got pretty much... How is Dragon still uninjured? And Kieran, like, the two that have been with us the entire time are still uninjured. And then everyone else is just like, oh, missing most of my body parts. Okay. Looks like that was about as good as it got. So I'm going to need one more to hang around and be this side. Kind of want it to be... Actually, it doesn't really matter who it is, does it? Eldred, how you doing? Simple prosthetic leg. Slow is the answer. Sure. Ash can be our dude. Everyone coming back in again? Yep. Oh, where they're going either. Yeah, that door's not for elephants. Sorry. Howler, do not let them through that door. You guys are fast. You can go around. So the idea is Deadweight stands out here and basically makes them go, oh, look, there's something to eat. Except this time, they're just going to chill down there, apparently. Is Deadweight perhaps not far enough forward? 0. Because we definitely managed to get this to work before. Right, now I can unforbid that. I just didn't want them opening up that doorway as the elephants arrived, or I have a suspicion that they would have done something slightly not what we wanted. Elephants, are you going to be useful in any way, or are you just literally going to confine us indoors? Okay, let's try some more dodgy stuff then. We've got Radish up there. Let's try pulling them round. Ash, you can go back to normal duties for the time being. We need to see whether or not we can entice the elephants. Hey, elephants! We can kind of entice some of them. Now, anybody but Mick. Amber, there. There we go. Deadweight. You can go back to your normal duties. We've kept you busy for a bit long. Peg leg for Billy. You're slow. What about Sugar? Bionic leg. Get up here. The deal is Amber encourages them to come around, and then Sugar's what stops them from running away again when I move Amber into this. Yes, elephants are noisy. And I suppose we should turn the turrets on. Silly elephants. Okay, so now we need to bring more around. I don't want to miss this opportunity. It's kind of a bit too good. Hey, elephants. Look, there's a dude. He's outside. Come on, you can smell him. You know you can. Fine. Oh, Amber's not outside up here. I think that does actually make a difference as well. Yeah, it really does. Look at them. They almost immediately figure out that something's going on there. Or can they smell blood through the walls? Who lacks a weapon now? Addy. Okay, we'll sort you out in a sec, sir. We got elephants to farm first. They're really keen on Max. It's almost like they know he's drafted. They don't pay much attention until that point. So it's about, say, this far down. Look, don't worry, there's a Sugar to kill. Get out of it. Amber, back outside. A few more to go. It's another elephant killing episode. The things I've done to animals in this season, I don't feel good about it. Let's put it that way. Nicola, let's pull some more around. I feel good about the amount of food we end up. So it seems to work best if I come down here. They get the scent of blood. For some reason. Not that I didn't know elephants could get the scent of blood, but these ones can. Cool. We can pull you up. And somehow the elephants know that. And then I can undraft you. You can go inside and they can go, oh, a tasty amber. Why didn't you say? I never realised. So noisy. And then they all stop and freak out because amber's gone. And then they get killed by the turrets. Arthur is pregnant. Who the hell is Arthur? Arthur is what one of our cows are called, apparently. Or just our cow. So you called our cow Arthur, and somehow it's grown much quicker. Oh no, that's one of the originals. I thought it was one of the calves. I was like, how on earth has the calf grown that fast? There's one elephant down there, and there's one elephant up there. That one's coming in. This one down here is having none of it. Billy. Actually, Billy was kind of slow. Cass, kind of slow. Tim, kind of not. Get down there. No bedtime yet. Poor mood, not surprising. Tim, are you able to attract said elephant? Seems like the answer to that is a yes. Go on, elephant friend. Let's go. Let's go. We got plans. Up here, involving amber. No. Up here. Why is this one being difficult? Perhaps he's wise. He's figured out that he doesn't want to die. Is that enough? You going for amber now? Yeah. Cool. And I think this is the last one. Poor mood times 2. Yeah, again, not massively surprised by that. Sorry guys, you're doing the good work. Hey! Now what I need to do is send someone out there, like Deadweight here. Deadweight, you fancy going and killing off some elephants for us? Bit of melee practice. I think the problem with the clubs is not really designed for this. The reason you use the mace in the first place is because it's good at knocking them out, knocking people out instead. Right, let me just do a quick glance around and ensure that we haven't screwed up and missed an elephant. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. And let's also actually bother to give Ali a weapon back. And given last episode, more charge rifles I think is appropriate. Right, let's play it slowly, and again, just the last thing I want to do is send these guys out, and then there's just an elephant I've missed, which lays waste to them. But I think in reality we're alright here, aren't we? Yep. I've also spotted some more steel. Nice. With speed, folks, we have some mess to deal with. We've actually taken off the corner of that thing. All the elephants in the fridge. No eggs, so... and tiny bit of that speleopede meat left. Let's continue to allow just a little bit at a time. Is there ever a point in the day where all 3 chefs are up at once? I don't think there is. because Deadweight's got the night owl, so he's only awake really quite late. And all that's holding us up here is steel. You know what, given we've found some up top, I'm cancelling that because I don't necessarily think there's going to be anything interesting in there. We have struck compacted machinery. Not the thing we were going for, but fine. Anything else? Like steel, perhaps? Is that a wall? No. Just looked a bit weird. Like, why is there a wall inside this mountain? I've not been here yet. And I was about to say, is anyone going to clean up outside? And the answer is yes, everybody's going to clean up outside. Good job, folks. Good job. We are clean and clear. Looks like we could do with hauling a few more marble blocks in. Finish off the floor. So we'll do those ones there. That seems about right. And looking at Hodor's busy chowing down on our trees. Good job, man. How many trees do you need to eat? Do you know how quickly they grow? I mean, hell. I never reconnected that one. That is a lot of elephants that need butchering. How are these doing? Fine meal 10, fine meal 10, fresh spawns in 3 days. I've also noticed that I think when they top the stack back up again, it essentially refreshes the not refrigerated thing for that entire stack. So how are these places doing? The plague! And where is that supposed to have come from? Jurgen and Ash. Okay, Jurgen, let's have a look. Health-wise, you just got the plague. And Ash... health-wise, you just got the plague. So they should both pretty much be fine. And you know what? Is there any point using better? Probably not, no. He started off with quite a high immunity as well, which is quite nice. How about Jurgen? Not quite as high. Again, just doing that so that they turn around, don't go out, go straight back and rest, get treated. We could technically do what we were supposed to have done way long ago. And actually put down the medical beds we're supposed to have in here. Like there were supposed to be medical beds in there. What is it? It's furniture, isn't it? That more plague? No, we knew Ash had the plague. That's hydro. Yeah, okay. Because yeah, there were supposed to be hospital beds in here as well, and more TVs, and we never did it because it was never necessary. But I actually think at times it was necessary. We do have the meds to do a couple of these. I'm going to do a couple so that if anything horrid happens at the end, we stand half a chance of being able to treat everyone at once. Although it is looking like potentially that is not going to happen in this episode because we have struck steel. Hooray! Because I am heading towards the wrap-up point, and it's very, very clear that we're not going to get enough steel in this episode to do what we want to do. Good job we have actually found some. That's quite nice, at least. Question is, how much? It doesn't look like there's going to be a huge amount in there. We shall see. We shall see. So when we get done this episode, just more work on the ship. Got first bunch of cryosleep caskets done, lugging materials around. I did finally build that outside thermal generator. Let's go and toggle that switch. Backup batteries fully charged. That can't be a bad thing. Ah, nice. Cold snap. That's not too bad. What we do have, though, is now the opportunity for a harvest to bolster back up our food supplies, which had got a bit low recently. So a nice big harvest. The cold snap is going to result in it potentially getting really quite cold indoors. So I'm going to need to watch this, make sure that we have enough temperature, have enough heaters to keep the temperature up. That's 500 extra potatoes in the bag. Nothing wrong with that. Cool. Well, rather than try and deal with the cold snap this episode, because they do hang around for a while, I will pause it there and say thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this one, please hit that like button. Helps get the video out there, gets it up the search rankings, means more people can see it. Enjoy this quite cool game, to be honest. It sounds like from the comments I've introduced a number of people into like actually buying it rather than just watching it. And when it finally stops beating you up, it's really quite good fun. If you didn't like this one, then obviously smash the hell out of the dislike button. That is all good. And otherwise, thanks a lot for watching, folks. I will catch you for the next one. Maybe the one where we leave. So close. Cheers, guys.